and generic terms like eco-friendly or sustainable without providing specific details or evidence. For example, H&M Conscious Collection. H&M launches a suitable fashion line, but critics argue that the company's overall business model was still based on fast fashion and waste. To avoid greenwashing, look for third-party certification, specific data evidence, transparency. By being aware of greenwashing tactics, one can make more informed choices and support companies that genuinely prioritize sustainability and environmental responsibility. Overall, fast fashion's problems are complex and multifaceted, requiring a comprehensive approach to address its environmental, social, economic, and cultural impacts. Amidst these challenges, there are several noteworthy trends that are shaping the ethical fashion industry: recycling and upcycling. So, recycling and upcycling have emerged as crucial practices to reduce the waste. By recycling material and upcycling discarded items, companies can significantly reduce their carbon footprint and minimize waste in the manufacturing processes. So, key components of sustainable fashion. First is the eco-friendly material. At the heart of the sustainable fashion lies in the commitment to materials that treat lightly on the environment. This entails a deliberate shift towards using organic cotton, hemp, tencel, bamboo, and recycled fabrics. By incorporating these eco-friendly materials, sustainable fashion strives to actively diminish the environmental impact typically associated with traditional textile production. This pivotal shift not only enhances the quality of the garments, but also underscores a dedication to responsible sourcing. Brands like Patagonia and Stella McCartney has championed organic cotton, showcasing its potential to create beautiful, high-quality garments without compromising the planet's well-being. Similarly, the rise of bamboo in fashion reflects a growing appreciation for materials that are not only sustainable but also functional and comfortable. Recycled polyester is a game changer in sustainable fashion. Brands like Adidas and Nike have embraced the recycled polyester, incorporating into sportswear and footwear. It's a material that proves that sustainability and performance can coexist, offering a viable alternative to virgin polyester without sacrificing the quality. Ethical manufacturing. Central to the ethos of sustainable fashion is the instances of ethical manufacturing practices throughout the entire supply chain. Brands in the dream of prioritize fair labor practices, ensuring that every stage of the production adheres to humane working conditions. This commitment extends to championing the fair wages, cultivating safe working environments, and upholding the rights of workers. Through such measures, sustainable fashion endeavors to reshape the industry into one that inherently more equitable, socially responsible, and just. Circular economy principles. Sustainable fashion uphold the principles of a circular economy, revolutionary the traditional linear model. This involves in promoting recycling initiatives, encouraging upcycling practices, and designing products with longevity Adopting these principles, the goal is not only to extend the useful life of the clothing, but also minimize waste and reduce the demand of new resource extraction. This transformative approach aims to redefine the consumer relationships with fashion, fostering a culture in which the life cycle of each garment is optimized. Transparency is a hallmark. Transparency is the defining characteristics of sustainable fashion. Brand committed to ethical practices based in premium or openness, willing to share the comprehensive information about their supply chain, production processes, and material sources. This transparency serves as a powerful tool, empowering consumers to make informed choices aligned with their values. By lifting the beam on the intricacies of the production, sustainable fashion not only builds trust with the customers, but also catalyzes a broader understanding of the industry's impact, fostering collective responsibility for positive change. These components can be better understood through 4 Ds. First is design, refers to the design of fashion products and systems that are sustainable, restorative, and this includes designing products that are durable, recyclable, and biodegradable. Second is develop, refers to the development of sustainable materials, technology, and supply chain. This includes investing in research and development to create new sustainable materials and production methods. Third is deliver, refers to the delivery of sustainable fashion products and services to the consumers. This includes promoting sustainable fashion practices, providing education and awareness, and encouraging consumers to make sustainable choices. Fourth is dispose. Dispose refers to the responsible disposal of fashion products at the end of their life cycle. This includes designing products for recyclability, reusability, and biodegradability, and promoting take-back programs and recycling initiatives. By adopting the 4 Ds, individual and organization can promote sustainable fashion practices and reduce environmental and social impact of the fashion industry. The journey towards a more responsible fashion world is filled with challenges, but it's filled with the creativity, collaboration, and a vision for a future where style and sustainability coexist in harmony. In addition to this, contemporary consumers are increasingly inclined to align with the sustainable manufacturing practices as the environmental awareness of, for example, the millennial generation is significantly more pronounced, reflecting a broader societal shift towards the responsible consumption. We can say sustainable fashion is not a trend, it's a responsibility. I will rest with these words. As consumers, we have so much power to change the world by just being careful in what we buy. So, buy less, choose well, and make it fast. Thank you very much. अब जो है विद्यार्थियों से सिर्फ मैं कहना चाहूँगा मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। मंजिलें उन्हीं को मिलती हैं जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से बाहर होती है, हौसलों से बाहर होती है।
Thank you, sir, for giving us a deeper insight that sustainable fashion is not just a trend, but a responsibility that has style and ethics go hand in hand. Thank you so much, sir. Moving forward, when success is measured not just in profit, but in positive contribution to the planet and society, then the business is future-oriented. The future of sustainable business is not just by reducing harm, it's about creating regenerative and impactful solutions while ensuring profitability. To connect the dots appropriately, let us all welcome Mr. Fakhre Alam, sir.
Good afternoon. I am the only barrier between all of you and lunch. मैं आज आप सबसे human capital के बारे में बात करूँगा, and I'll keep it brief because I know I have also been a part of the audience that how much can you actually sustain as a human being? We have been sustaining things sitting and listening to people. I will be very honest, and you need to be honest with yourself. एक लिमिट के बाद आपको बैठने में लगता है कि कहाँ क्या करें, पैर कहाँ गए, कमर कहाँ गई, you lose sensories. So can I request all of you to get up? All of you. It's a request. आप खड़े होगे तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. Even on the stage, can you all get up? पहले तो हम अपने लेफ्ट साइड, हमारा जो लेफ्ट है, we will turn twice, अपने बाएं तरफ घूमिए. All of you, everyone, 2 बार चक्कर लगाना है अपने लेफ्ट साइड से. ध्यान रखिएगा, लेफ्ट से ही करना है. Now we come straight. Now 2 बार अपने राइट साइड से घूमना है. Yes, let's all do it. Don't be embarrassed. It's nothing to be embarrassed. Are we back? अब एक रिक्वेस्ट है, हम सब क्या करेंगे? Can all of you hear me? Put your hands like this and bring them together. जैसे ताली बजाते हैं, बिल्कुल आपस में टकराने चाहिए. इतनी कसरत करते हैं हाथ में झड़झड़ाहट. How do you feel? tingling हो रही है? tingling हो रही है? अच्छा लग रहा है? इतनी देर से बैठे थे, खड़े हो गए, थोड़ा मूवमेंट हो गया. अच्छा लग रहा है? आप थोड़ा लेट. All right, all of you sit down. Thank you so much. Once more, I'm ready. All right. Was that fun? Yes. I'm so happy to hear that. Because मेरा वहाँ बैठ के इतना मन कर रहा था कि कुछ हिलने को मिल जाए. So I thought कि सबको हिलाते हैं. All right. So what we did, it is fun, and it's what we need to understand from this. Human capital. हम लोग जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, हम लोग क्या हैं? We are human capital. We are human beings. और दुनिया में कोई भी इंडस्ट्री, कोई भी प्रोसेस, कुछ भी होता है, everything is around human capital. And ये अफसोस है मुझे कहने में that nobody talks about human capital wherever they are talking about sustainability. We talk about environment, we talk about business processes, we talk about what is happening in the world. सब क्यों हो रहा है? इंसान कर रहे हैं और इंसानों के लिए ही सब कुछ होता है दुनिया में. Right? Do we own the world? I'm asking you. Do we own the world? Yes. We do. Think again. Do we own the world? We don't. We are visitors. We are tourists. हम आते हैं और हम जाते हैं. जो सफर हमारा है आने में और जाने के बीच का, वो हम सोचते हैं कि हम दुनिया को ओन कर रहे हैं. We don't own it. We are just caretakers. आपको ये नजरिया बदलना सबसे पहले जरूरी है that as a caretaker आपकी क्या जिम्मेदारी है. You have to take care of the place that you are visiting. You don't have to damage it. Because हमसे पहले लोग आए और गए और हमारे बाद भी लोग आएंगे और जाएंगे. और अगर हम डैमेज करके जाएंगे, आप कभी किसी होटल में जाते हैं, किसी भी नए शहर में जाते हैं और होटल के अंदर अगर walls पे डैमेज है, बेड्स are damaged, linen is dirty, what do you complain to the people? आप मेंटेन नहीं करके रखते. How can you expect guests to come and live and give you 5-star rating जब आपका होटल में cleanliness नहीं है? Aren't we doing the same thing to our world? We are doing the same thing. आप देखिए ना, हम घर के ये कुछ practices हैं which is very difficult to us Indians. घर के बाउंड्री के बाहर अगर आप अपने घर पे कूड़ा डालते हैं, we are very happy, घर से बाहर निकल के कि घर के बाउंड्री के बाहर के घर आप वो जमीन आपकी नहीं है, वो पोर्शन आपके नहीं है. I know I'm not blaming anyone. I know यहाँ पे शायद कोई नहीं करता होगा, but ये होता है. I've seen around me for years together. We need to understand that by transferring the dirt from inside the boundary to the other side of the boundary, we are not getting rid of anything. We are only making it worse. So, as human capital, we need to understand quite a few things. हमारे जो decisions हैं लाइफ के, वही हमारी ड्राइविंग फोर्स है. हम क्या बनेंगे, स्पेशली फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स, हम क्या बनेंगे, हम आगे क्या करेंगे लाइफ में, और आगे की रियल लाइफ में आप जिंदगी कैसे जीते हैं. आपने कभी भी दो इंसानों को सेम लाइफ जीते हुए कभी नहीं पाया होगा, बिकॉज नन ऑफ अस आर कॉपी ऑफ ईच अदर. वी आर इंडिविजुअल्स. हमारे जैसा दुनिया में कोई नहीं है और कभी भी कोई नहीं आएगा who will think like me, who would behave like me, who would have the same capacities and capabilities like me. So जब आप जैसा कोई नहीं है तो उस पोजीशन को क्लेम करिए, उस एनवायरनमेंट को क्लेम करिए and contribute to your place of transit. जिस दुनिया में आप एज अ गेस्ट आए हैं, उस दुनिया को और सजाइए बजाय उसको डैमेज करने के. एंड ये अगर फिलॉसफी अक्रॉस दी जनरेशंस या अक्रॉस दी ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, अगर ये बिलीफ सिस्टम हमें आ जाए, तो जो हम सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे हैं, बात कर रहे हैं, because at the end of the day, who's damaging it? Who's creating or changing the environment? It's us. And you need to understand, like, ये बहुत valid है, because किसी भी चीज का disbalance नहीं होना चाहिए. Because when you start speaking, जितने भी environmentalists हैं या like people who speak about sustainability and preserving the world, they do not consider that commerce is also a major part and a big contributor for us in the industry or in the world. Industry नहीं होगी, commerce नहीं होगा, हम आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे. But there will be no progress in the universe, not only in India, but across. So commerce is important, business is important, industry is important. But where is the line? You have to draw a line. Excess of anything is not good for health. आप देखिए ना, पानी भी ज्यादा पिएंगे तो डॉक्टर के पास जाना पड़ता है, जबकि पानी is a necessity of life. You can't survive without water. But excess of anything is bad, right? We tell children, screen time, कम करिए. You don't have to be on your mobile, on your laptops. अगर आप आज स्क्रीन टाइम नहीं करेंगे, कल आप दूसरों से पीछे होंगे. Because that's the way life is moving ahead. ये ये चीज एक बहुत जरूरी हमारी लाइफ का हिस्सा है. Right? It's very important to understand that. So, depriving yourself of anything is not the solution. This is also a very important role that she is playing right now. अगर ये अभी यहाँ पे नहीं आएंगी and she doesn't clean this, who will need to do this? हमने से ही लोगों को करना पड़ेगा. बॉटल जो आगे बाहर डालनी पड़ेगी. Let's clap for her. This actually contributing to your happiness. कि आपको हमें खुद नहीं करना है. Somebody is there to do this. Right? So coming back, excess of anything is bad. So who draws the line? We have to draw that line. इंडस्ट्री जरूरी है, कॉमर्स जरूरी है, फैक्ट्री जरूरी है, व्हीकल्स जरूरी है, ट्रेन्स जरूरी है, बिजली जरूरी है. दे आर बेसिक पार्ट्स ऑफ लाइफ. लेकिन जब नेसेसिटी को लालच तक हम ले जाते हैं, दैट्स व्हेन प्रॉब्लम्स स्टार्ट. एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द वर्ल्ड. एंड द लीडर फॉर दिस इज यूएस. एंड दैट इज व्हाई दे हैव टेकन दैट रीसेंट डिसीजन कि हम उस पैक्ट का हिस्सा नहीं है, बिकॉज उनको पता है वो क्या कर रहे हैं. इंडिया इज नॉट अ मेजर कंट्रीब्यूटर, बट सबसे अच्छा शो यही पे मचता है जब वो पटाखे चलाते हैं. दैट्स वंस इन अ ईयर. जो इतने बॉम्ब फूट रहे हैं. आई एम टॉकिंग लाइक यू, वी नीड टू बी वेरी लॉजिकल. हमें प्रैक्टिकलिटी से नहीं हटना. अगर आप साल में एक बार पटाखे जलाएंगे और उसको न्यूज हेडलाइंस बना दी जाएंगी कि दिस इज द कंट्रीब्यूटर, देन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग विद द वॉर ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. वो जो बॉम्ब्स बन रहे हैं, वो जो पानी के अंदर आप एक्सप्लोजन्स कर रहे हैं, व्हाट इज इट लीडिंग टू? किलिंग मरीन लाइफ, दिस लाइक डैमेजिंग द बैलेंस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, हाउ वी कोएग्जिस्ट. सो प्रॉब्लम मेजर कहीं और है, अटेंशन कहीं और किया जाता है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन द सोसाइटी. सो ऑल ऑफ यू यंग पीपल, जो आप कल के सिटीजन्स हैं, कल आपके हाथ में बिजनेसेस होंगे, आपके हाथ में गवर्नेंस होगा. You need to be very clear. Not everything that is being passed down to you, you have to accept without questioning. सबसे बड़ा जो ह्यूमन कैपिटल का एक डैमेज है, हम सवाल नहीं पूछते. हम सब एक्सेप्ट कर लेते हैं कि पहले हो रहा था तो हम भी वही करें. Don't do that. Question why. How does it benefit me for anything that you're doing in life? Because industry में सबसे बड़ा जो वोलेटिलिटी है वो ह्यूमन कैपिटल है इस टाइम वर्ल्ड वाइड. सबसे ज्यादा उनके ऊपर people like things are not very fair. आप MBA करिए, आप इंजीनियरिंग करिए, and when you go out for the jobs, because that is a part of the corporate in the aviation, so I know there's a huge gap. हमें क्या फील करना है as an institution, as government policy, हमें क्या फील करना है? मैं ये पीछे क्यों उठा रहा हूँ? Because they contribute to human capital. You need to have education which is designed to contribute in employability and contribute to development in the society. वो चीजें पढ़ाइए, वो चीजें प्रोग्राम्स बनाइए जिससे चीजों को हम बेहतर कर सकें. और जो ह्यूमन टैलेंट हम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं वो अपना नॉलेज या विजडम को कंट्रीब्यूट करके दे कैन मेक द वर्ल्ड अ बेटर प्लेस. दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड, राइट? सो आई कैन गेट इनटू डीप फिलॉसफी. आई नो मैंने टाइम मेरे पास कम है और मैं आपका बड़ा बैरियर नहीं करूंगा because I'm also taking hungry. So in a class, human capital is the most ignored aspect in whenever we talk about sustainability. Please bring it into discussion because yahi employability, corporate policies, education, which is the core, skill development and education, अगर हम correct नहीं करेंगे आप सस्टेनेबिलिटी भूल जाएंगे. What is happening? Talent trade India में हो रहा है. दुनिया की best companies today are headed by Indians who are trained in IITs and IIMs and in Indian institutions. And none of the Indian institutions are treated as the top 10 colleges in the world. Something is wrong somewhere. ये bias है और हम उन rankings को accept something's not right. Because जिस institutions के निकले हुए लोग global companies को head कर रहे हैं दुनिया में, and उसी institution को आप top 10 में नहीं रख रहे. So if they didn't have talent, how are they taking care of or leading their organization? And if those organizations are not Indian, you accept Indian products to lead, but you don't recognize the institutions which prepare them as leaders. These are deliberate attempts, and we need to fight against them. You need to be very, very aware, because this time दुनिया में बहुत चीजें ऐसी हो रही है globally. जिसमें अगर आप aware नहीं होंगे and you accept it, things will not go into the right direction. And when you need to correct things, please start focusing on human capital. And it starts from you. As a person, think what you can give to the world. दुनिया है क्या? दुनिया जमीन है. But the world we know, the universe we love to be and we love to own, is made up of people. और हर इंसान अगर ये जज्बे से काम करे कि I own this place, your attitude and attitude towards the world will change. Understand where is the reality. So when you get into that position of decision making, please contribute to the industry. Industry जरूरी है, बिना commerce के कुछ नहीं होगा. But beyond this, we have to be ethical. Anything in excess will always harm. चाहे वो industry की growth हो, चाहे वो capitalism हो, चाहे कोई भी बात हो, right? So I just want all of you to think what you can give back to the world, where you can contribute, and start looking at yourself as an individual, not as a copy of anybody else. Identify your strengths. Don't be a part of the large herd. As students, you need to find your individuality. What works for you, not what works for somebody else, and you want to copy that. You will never be happy. और अपने गेम में पूर्ण की वजह से कह रहा हूँ, हम सबको टारगेट करना चाहिए happiness, successful happiness. If you do things that make you happy, rather than what everybody is doing, the moment you start focusing on your happiness, you would contribute to the people around you, the society around you, and make that a happier society. Right? So, with an expectation of a happier you, I would close it. I have so much to talk to you, because human as a capital way, it's a never-ending aspect. And policy level, day-to-day practices, सब जगह हमें change करना है. वो हम 15 मिनट बात करके नहीं ला सकते. So maybe some opportunity at some point of time, I would love to talk about this. वो young ones are just an audience will come in, because आखिर मुझे मौका मिलता है तो सब थक चुके होते हैं. So maybe sometime I get to start a conversation with all of you. I'll be very happy to do that. So thank you so much to SMS, to the contributors, to all the organizers. आपने बहुत valid topic choose किया. We had some wonderful speakers in the first session and in this session. Because this wisdom, because your experience की बात करते हैं, experience is what हमने कितनी गलतियां करी, वो उससे सीखा कि क्या नहीं करना. Like if I say I have 40 plus years of experience, 40 years, I have a compilation. What's not to be done, because I have done that, learn from it, and I'm telling others. So the wisdom that comes in is gives you a direction. So use that wisdom for people who are senior. Create your own wisdom with what makes you happy, and let's move forward to a better world. Right? So with that, thank you so much. And
Thank you so much, sir, for changing a prototype कि हम सबको happiness के पीछे भागना चाहिए, success अपने आप आएगी. Thank you for wonderfully articulating the approach of future sustainable business that paves the way for better world along with the economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, now as we move towards the end of this amazing session, I would like to invite Professor Dr. B.R. Singh sir to kindly present our memento to Dr. Padma Iyer ma'am as a token of appreciation. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. Now I would request AD sir to kindly present the memento to Mr. Neeraj Srivastava sir as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Now I would request PK sir to kindly present the memento to Bharat Shah sir as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Now I would again request PK sir to kindly present the memento to Mr. Fakhre Azam sir as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this wonderful session, I would sincerely thank each and every one of you for your time. Let's carry forward the inspiration, ideas, and commitment we have built here today. I would request everyone to move for the networking lunch.